Hi, I'm Sevvy.
And I'm Tyra. And this is our story. I grew up in Long Beach, California, and moved to Tennessee when I was about to be 13 years old. I've experienced a lot of trauma as a child. I grew up with a dysfunctional family and experienced levels of physical abuse, sexual abuse, and my mother gave me up, and then my father gave me up when I was 16. I went into foster care, and in those negative reactions resulted into drugs, more negative behaviors and things like that that led me to being incarcerated as a juvenile. In that journey, I did learn a lot about my mental health and how to move forward, with my life from the things that weren't my fault. And because they weren't my fault, I didn't have to make it the rest of my life. I didn't have to make that my story anymore.
My upbringing, I was adopted when I was 3 days old. Don't really know my real biological family. Growing up in Jersey wasn't the easiest thing. It wasn't something that was meant for me to stay there forever, so I found myself coming down south, which was a lot easier for me to get my bearing for who I am as a person and understand who I am and what I want to do with my life. And not knowing my real family took a toll on me. Growing up, of course, I had a lot of questions, not knowing, what did I do wrong, or what is, why doesn't my real family want to be here, and why did I have to have other people, take care of me? But as I got older, I realized, everything happens for a reason. Eventually, after all the, struggles and learning what to do and what not to do and what's right and what's wrong in life, I finally met my beautiful significant other, you know what I mean? And I definitely say that she's bettered me. She's definitely brought me into the man that I am today. I wouldn't be able to handle a lot of the things that I handle, especially our recent tragic event.
On October 12th, me and Sevvy came home and our house was on fire. It was traumatic for us. Sevvy ran into the house to save the animals. When we got there, it was already actively burning down. The ceilings was falling out. You could hear things exploding inside the house. It was filled with smoke. You couldn't see anything, like pins and needles to your lungs, to your nose, as soon as you walked into the house. And it's easier for me to talk about it because I was conscious during all of it. Once Sevvy actually got out of the house, he collapsed and had a seizure, so they had to take him to the hospital. Everything in my entire reality paused. Seeing him on the ground, not knowing if he's dying, my house is burning down.
It definitely has changed me, for sure as a man, even just something that just recently happened, because I never expected something like that to happen.
Nathan called me. I can help you with the foundation of just so you guys can get your lives back together. And I'm like, really? Not
only did he say, I can help you, but he enforced and kept saying, I want to help, I want to help. And that's the biggest thing. When you feel that somebody genuinely, out of the kindness of their heart, wants to help, it just hits different, you know what I mean? And you can tell the vibration from somebody who gives off that genuine vibe. We weren't used to that. So it just, it was a good wake-up call that we needed to really just be like, wow, I can't believe that, we really didn't know what we were gonna do. And what I'm saying, God definitely sent us more of the biggest blessing we could ask for right now, because we were completely lost.
Yeah. Especially, for the foundation, for Nathan, for him to go out his way, of course it would have been hard. We're trying to figure out donations for clothes, food, a whole bunch of different stuff. We got displaced back in Clarksville, so it was a lot. But he even went out his way to look for the apartment, search for a place for us to find, you guys are gonna live here. I don't care what I have to do. We're gonna make this work, because not only have you guys already went through adversities your whole life, but what do you do in this situation?
You also forgot to say, Nathan also gave us some money to get some things for our house, our new apartment when we first moved in, so.
Helped. And that incentive to just give us stuff to start something is we were blank walls, blank everything.
Things he didn't have to do, you know what I mean? These are things that he could have easily just been, okay, got you an apartment, all right, you guys have a good one. But
I actually have another thing, another incentive.
And
Nathan and his incentives. He always can pull something out the bag. Like, you got a problem? Like, we have this new program.
See, like, it's always a trick up the sleeve, you know. That's and it's in a good way though. You know what I mean? Because
when I met, Nathan, my plan during that time was getting a new car, and he had just came with this, amazing like new program, helping foster youth get new cars. I had saved up my $3,000 with Opportunity Passport, and so Opportunity Passport was going to match me that $3,000. Well, on top of that, Nathan with the foundation was going to match an extra $3,000, making it a total of $9,000 for a car. Like, and we got approved for the rest of it, and like, lo and behold, I come and we meet everybody, and we got a brand new Kia K5, like the 2022, like straight off the lot, brand new.
You need people like that in your life that, like when you genuinely don't know, there's always somebody out there that knows, you know what I mean, that genuinely wants to make sure that you're okay and take care of you, because 9 times out of 10, they've been in that position before, or they know someone who's been there before, so that's why they can have sympathy and be like, this isn't a facade, I genuinely want to help you because I can understand what you're going through, I can only imagine how it feels. Even having sympathy, just is a lot, genuine sympathy, you know what I mean? It just means a lot when you haven't had that your whole life.
Yeah, the foundation has definitely helped us a lot more ways I could ever imagine. A brand new car is like awesome, especially when you're doing so good, college, skyrocketing in life. But when you're in those really low moments, those down moments in your life where you're like, wow, I didn't even expect this. That's different when you have the supports to really be there to give you that ladder, build whatever, so you can get up, get out of that dark place, get out of that hole. So it means more than anything, even coming in here with barren walls would have been fine, but he even took that step forward and was like, well, we want to help you get a little bit of stuff, whether that's food, whether that's house stuff, whatever, we can do for you guys. So thank you so much. He's like, I'm not crying, you are.